I always loved drums. My father played drums. He played with Count Basie. And they used to come to the house in New York. And they would sit down and, they rehearsed, because New York had big apartments. So the whole band could come in there and look at the horns. And Ella Fitzgerald was my godmother. Because Mom, she also sang too, even though she was a neurosurgeon. And my pop played good drums and piano. And I just liked playing the drums. Even when I went to the New York Institute, they put me in there playing piano. I didn't like piano. I'd take the piano and take my hand like I'm playing a drum. So that didn't last. Finally, my parents moved to Norwalk, like I'm saying. They needed a drummer, and the guy heard about me. Oh, hey, this guy, he's thick glasses, but he can play some drums. Now, I didn't have a set of drums. My pop gave me a set of drums, but they were that big, the big bass drum. And that looked funky, man, to try to take that and play in a club, but I did anyway. And I had to take my snare drum and prop it in a chair. And my mom felt sorry for me. The piano that I brought her while I was in the service, she sold it and bought my first set of drums. I went to sleep next door. Isley Brothers.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I also played with them, but I didn't know that was going to be a hit because they took credit for it, but they didn't really do it. The group that I was with, we did that song, and I was singing it. The same thing with Mashed Potatoes. I was the one that did Mashed Potatoes. Next thing I know, King Coleman was doing it. And I'm listening, this is my song. But at the time, they were stealing tunes left and right. And I got tired of doing stuff like that. Then I made up another song called Sweet Potato Pie. King Curtis, Horn Man. Next thing I know, he's playing out on the sax. And I got so where I said, forget it, I'm not doing any more tunes. I just make them up in my head, hum it to the guitar player, piano, and hey, we had a song. And then later on I looked around, I was playing behind Benny King in Montreal, the Esquire Show Bar. I also played, I was with the Commodores. I was with them before they became the Commodores. They had another name called the Hot Tamales. And they would get on the stage and fight. And of course, you get blackballed from clubs when you're doing this, because you got customers sitting around watching you. So they got rid of the troublemakers, and I became their drummer for a short period of time, and that's when Lionel Richie joined. Then after that, I left the group, went with another group called the Untouchables. And the Untouchables now is known as the SOS Band. They broke up.
Wow.
Because
wow.
The Untouchables, they're from New Haven originally. And there became two Untouchables. They had one that was like, his name was Bonnie Floyd. He did James Brown. Then you had Lloyd Sims. He did Jackie Wilson. Oh, also, we played behind Jackie Wilson. Our group was so great because we came out with uniforms. Pretty. We brought them to Lower East Side Manhattan. And so Austin was backing Jackie Wilson. They looked at us and the crowd's going crazy, the young girls and stuff, because we're dressed. So Austin, they had the chucks and stuff. And the young crowd didn't want to see us, so Jackie said, I want that band to play behind me. So that's how we played behind Jackie Wilson. This here picture over here is George Benson. And, of course, I'm back there on the drums, Johnny Niles. These three girls up there, they were known as the Rockets. And this was Sonny Allen. And, again, this is another place I played with the Commodores. Then, one day, James Brown, one of his drummers got sick because James Brown used three drummers because he couldn't use one. He would kill one drummer. And I was loaned to James Brown for a week or so. What happened, Otis Redding happened to come in, and Otis, this band, they were a classical band. In other words, he fell down to his knees, the horns fell down to his knees. They were doing it. They looked at me, I was twirling my drumsticks. And he said, I want that drummer. But James Brown could not give me to him. And I wanted to go with him. Glad I didn't. But I really wanted to go. And after that, I kept twirling my sticks. When I started twirling my sticks, I was hitting customers with the sticks and everything, but I kept doing it till I learned it. And I still can do it. I'm going. That's what I used to do twirling. My name is Alrick Miles. A-L-R-I-C-K Miles. M-Y-L-E-S.
How long have you been in Bridgeport?
Oh, now I think I've been in Bridgeport close to about 25, 30 years now. Because right now my age, 71, I'll be 72 January 30th.
I would never have thought you were 71 years old.
Thanks, man. Thanks. And that's why it's a lot. Like I said, I did a lot of things, you know. In the service, coming out of the service, and they told me, hey, look, this kid. They told my mom I wouldn't live to see 10 years old. I was born triplet. And the two girls died at birth, and that's when they told my mom he would go blind, have hemorrhages. I'm still here. My brother, big drink of water like this guy sitting there. George was 7'3".